And we are back and live. They can hear me, but can they hear you?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final HAC JAC Show episode of 2023. We thought we would be gone, folks. No, sorry. It is a Christmas miracle, as they say. We got one more in us, coach, and we're gonna do it right now, live, hard, and reloaded. I think that was I forget which game had that Conquer. It was the Xbox remake of
Oh,
Conquer.
yes. Conquer Live and Reloaded.
Yes, although that should have been called Hard and Reloaded because it fits well with that game.
Oh, true. True.
But you know what's funny? That game is that technically came out when I was a kid, but was not and I did briefly had an Xbox, but I didn't know what a Conquer was. I don't know what a Banjo Kazooie was. That was technically 4 years before my time. I was too young to know those N64 games. In fact, Jack, do you want to know what my first N64 game I was exposed to?
Which one?
Some Sesame Street game.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's kind of interesting.
The only thing I remember is that I was Elmo, and I had to go down a slide and collect these letters.
Huh.
At least that is what my memory thinks. What I think my memory was. I'm not quite sure that was actually what happened, but that's what I believe what happened.
I think my first one was Mario. Yeah, Mario 64 probably.
That was my second exposure to the N64. It was Mario 64. But welcome, folks. I'm the genuinely beautiful and moronic hack.
And I am Tuber. Jack.
And we got a nice festive episode along with something we haven't done in a while in terms of, I guess the proper term is reacting to someone's content on every frame, pausing, you could will. But that will come a little bit later. For now, I would say we wanted to share what we did over Christmas, but I think we all know what Jack did over Christmas. That being not much.
Yep, not much.
Did you at least play a Christmas themed game?
Oh, I was supposed to do that? No. I play I spent Christmas mind-numbingly watching or finishing Dragon Ball Super the umpteenth time, and playing Dragon Ball Kakarot for at least a little bit to see how far I can get. I went as far as the Frieza saga, right? I'm barely starting in that.
That is farther than when I play the game, but not as far as my brother, in which he stopped at the Boo saga.
It's certainly,
it's a game.
Yeah, like the problems with that game, man. The open world literally is annoying to traverse. There is no need to traverse it. It's like playing Superman 64, traversing that.
No, the flying's not that bad.
No, okay, now granted, the flying is not bad. But the feeling of you don't have to, but if you want to, like, at least level up that skill tree, flying through those orbs, it just gives me flashbacks of flying through rings.
You sure it didn't give you flashbacks to those Arkham City missions where it's to fly through rings as a Riddler challenge?
Well, see, that's an option. Is
it really an option if you want to 100% the game?
Yes, because you don't have to do them, and you don't have to fight the Riddler. And also, I think the Riddler, you only need to at least do 80% of the Riddler stuff.
Yeah, but then did you truly defeat the Riddler?
Yes.
And then you gotta defeat his evil brother, the Rizzler.
The Rizzler.
Rizzle me this, Batman!
does does that weird like face that people have been doing on TikTok.
I've been holding on to that joke for about a week. It was so simple. And I'm like, how come no one has made this joke yet?
Oh, so many people have. I've seen a
Oh,
skit on TikTok. I
then
saw this one guy. He's like,
oh, you're not
Riddler.
right.
He's like, Riddler, I got you now. I'm not the Riddler, Batman. I'm the Riddler. Turns around, it's just like does like this weird face on him.
Well, you know what? Then I guess this just means I'm very, I'm creative. That's probably what it means.
We're both uncreative.
No, I'm creative. Screw that. I ain't creative. I'm just, I just
Creatively
can't.
challenged.
There you go. See, that's the best way to call me. Creatively challenged. Just like Zack Snyder.
Ha.
Which he can't. Which, you know, in fairness, I'm not gonna call his movies trash because I only seen one of them. But I can say if the man can't make a comprehensive story in an hour and 30 minutes, can he really like tell any type of story at all? Anyway, sorry. It's just I saw like a review of his newest movie that's on Netflix, and it has the same issues that all his other movies had, Jack. In which, oh no, the theatrical edited PG-13 version, that's the inferior one where they cut out so much content, Jack. Because you have to watch the 3-hour rated R version for the true vision, Jack.
You gotta go through the director's cut for the true ending.
Exactly. Which is something he has done every single time. He did it for Watchmen. He did it for Batman versus Superman. He technically did it for Justice League. I think the only movies he did not do that for is 300, the Owl movie, the movie with the Nazis and the schoolgirls. No, great, just the schoolgirls. I don't think there was any Nazis in it. And that zombie that in the 2 zombies movies he's made. Other than that, apparently the man needs 3 hours of your time to tell a very kind of basic story. Oh man, but no, yeah, you should yeah. Back you were saying with Kakarot, yeah, you know, I gave that game the honest community college try, and I think what it was is
Hmm.
I just didn't like the game loop of it. That's pretty much what it was.
The I do enjoy the concept of the battles, or
Yeah,
like it has potential. It has a lot of potential.
you
But the
know what I
thing
think?
that uh-huh.
Actually, you know what I think what would have made that game better
Mhm.
if it was an actual RPG. And when I say that, I meant like if it was either turn based, or if that's I know a lot of people hate that they don't like taking turns in a battle, or you could do something like an MMO or Xenoblade, where you can still have your live combat, but you know you do auto attacks and you select certain skills to use based on the positionings of your characters. Because at least then the combat will be more engaging than basically a much more light version of the Xenoverse games.
See, and like that's the thing that I don't know, because I feel like the combat could have been a little bit more the combat definitely needed more complexity to it. For me, the way the it seemed like the way that people easily fought the bosses or anything in general was punch punch. I think it was like 4 punches and then go into a heavy smash of some sort from your specials, which forces the enemy to be like holding their gut, and then from there you just wail on them and then rinse and repeat until they stop moving.
Yeah, I guess it's not a fun game loop that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is. But yeah, and yet it got so much DLC support after it came out, so it did something right to the to Dragon Ball fans, which admittedly they're not hard to please.
I mean, like it's okay. I like it. It's okay. I can handle it. I mean, I've handled the Batman Arkham games for quite a while, and
Yeah, but the Arkham games are more finely tuned, and at the very least, there's more interesting things to do than the main combat.
that is true. And the fact that I actively avoid whatever open world combat is happening kind of says a lot
Hmm.
because it is so. The one thing I hate about the Dragon Ball Kakarot is the fact that there's so many enemies everywhere for no reason.
Yep, like I said, they designed it like an RPG, but they didn't make the combat that much engaging because essentially more a simplified version of Xenoverse, which even then Xenoverse combat is already pretty simple.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
also,
hoping that the what was it called? The I forgot the new name they called it.
oh, the newest Dragon Ball game,
Yeah,
Spot King Hope.
yeah. I hope it comes out very fun.
I hope it has all the BS like the old Tenkaichi games.
I
Cause
want the
I want
beam
to play
struggles.
I want to play as Arale versus uh Frieza Goon number 2.
Ah, yes, Arale versus Apul.
Exactly, the true dream match.
Oh, you know what they should bring back they should bring in the strongest character. You know who that is?
Who's the strongest character?
Pui Pui.
Yeah, they should bring back Pui and PyCon. They should bring back PyCon too.
I mean,
Eric, also, hey Johnny, I see him in the live chat. He says, "The hell do I have to walk in on you talking about turn-based bullshit?" Yeah, 4. I want a refund. All right, here's your refund, Johnny. There, I give it to you. Welcome, Johnny. Welcome, Johnny, our resident turn-based hater and 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 on hell apologist. Oh man. But I was gonna say, but to your original question, Jack, if there's any game you should play at Christmas time, there's only really a few I can think of. Maybe
mhm.
like really 3. That is the original Shenmue because that takes place around Christmas time.
Oh, that's true.
Yakuza 0 because that takes place around Christmas time.
Really?
And yeah, if you, or at least winter time. It's in the winter season.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And finally, Bayonetta 2 because that literally takes place during like the week of Christmas.
Huh. Pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
so those are your 3 Christmas themed games, which is sad. There should be more Christmas themed games in the video game industry. Of course, you can play your like those life sim games like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, and be like, we're in the winter season. What we're gonna do our non-Christmas holiday called
Oh man, I forgot to do that. I wanted to see what happens on Christmas. Even then, I haven't even opened up Animal Crossing in forever. So
well, I'm sure Mr. Rossetti is gonna have a word with you.
you know, I wonder. Speaking of which, I wonder what did they give you for your birthday?
No idea. I never played a single second of Animal Crossing, for I am not a woman.
I don't understand. Okay, I enjoyed the first couple of days of the game, but then the okay the what threw me off is the literal waiting of the next day. Like literally waiting for that next day in real life to do something. And I understand that a lot of these Nintendo games they're like you play a little bit, go do something else.
No,
Just
not really.
I don't know. Maybe more the cozy ones for Nintendo because
Well,
they're like that.
there's only one they do that with, and that's Animal Crossing.
Well then,
So it's
I
just
hate
an
it.
Animal Crossing thing. It's not a Nintendo thing.
And I hate it because like if I wanted to wait 13 hours for a building to be built, I might as well go on my phone and play a one of those kingdom building games that like suck all my money.
No patience, Jackass. No patience.
I might as well just play that. Might as well go into a
you,
kingdom
you
building game and like
you might no.
spend all my money there.
You might as well start a real garden at that point.
Oh, and that's another thing.
Are we starting the gardener arc for you?
Why do I have to spend so much time waiting for flowers to be? If I want to wait 10 days, I want to wait 10 in-game days, not real life days.
Well, too bad. Uh, but I would say that I wish I think this week I'm gonna actually sit down because now that I'm on vacation,
Mm-hmm.
just sit down and actually just play some games for fun. I was considering should I stream Shenmue again since the last time I did that was 2020 or 2019. It was quite a while ago. I contemplated that, but I was like, I don't know what I would do different for the second playthrough. That's
Speedrun?
you, you can't really speed run the first game. Well, I mean, no, I scratched that. There is when there's a will, there's a way, but because the way Shenmue is designed, if you try to quote unquote speed run it, all you end up doing is just honestly having a lot of wait time.
Yeah, just imagine, or maybe it's just like maybe there. I want to see. I'm gonna look it up one day. A Shenmue speedrun to see if it's something stupid like, oh well, you see on this first enemy, this is very important. First you try to do a backflip kick on this man, and what will happen if you do it in the right frame, you'll clip through the fight and then go straight to the ending, and then you win.
That's an 80% speed run. But that's something I'm still debating. I am though, however, I did continue Yakuza 0 last night on my own time,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, I'm still where I am in the game, where like I guess I'm gonna just in case spoiler warning. I don't know. This is really a spoiler, but just in case, I'm at the part. I'm still at the part of the game where Kiryu is gonna go to Osaka.
Oh,
With
okay.
but I'm at that point where like the game say like, hey, get ready to do the other stuff before you head for the trip. And so right now, all I'm really doing is just being a real estate tycoon,
Gathering all that money.
getting all that money, honey. I'm gonna
Better
t-
enjoy that money
I'm go-
now.
I'm gonna be the new leisure king of Kamurocho.
Yeah, enjoy that money before the real estate bubble pops, and then you're down to nothing in Yakuza 1.
Just like in real life,
Yep.
Japan. So yeah, I'm gonna be. So I'm just kind of grinding on that. Uh, hoping to mostly I'm doing that just so that I can also as the game puts it, invest in myself, aka just get more moves for combat.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Just yeah, so I'm using real estate to invest in myself so I can beat people up better.
speaking of which, have you been fighting the Mr. Shakedowns?
Now I've just been avoiding them,
Ah,
and I've put enough of the shrine uh points to where like he appears less frequently because I don't want to deal with that nonsense.
it's fun though. It's
And
very fun, especially once when
and
you get to well, just doing all of it with Majima. It's just hilarious because he just goes, like, all right, I'm gonna beat you up, Majima. Gun, gun, gun.
oh, Johnny reminds me. He reminds me. I never got that white gotcha fish in Shamu 3 either.
Oh, you're playing
That
Gacha on Shenmue 3 now? First it was Knuckles, now it's a white fish?
no. Here's the thing. There's an early mission in Shenmue 3
Mm-hmm.
where a kid is literally asking for a white a toy of a white fish.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And here is like the little gotcha machine that has it. And throughout that entire playthrough, up until the game crashed on me, I could not get that white. There's a lure. I could not get it. Give me every other color. Give me blue, green, amber, but not white.
They probably did it on purpose, to be honest.
Probably considering how trash that game's resource management is. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt. Oh, by the way, Jack. Uh, uh, this is during when I was playing Shenmue 3, Ghetto, our good friend Ghetto, he shared with me the knowledge that because of how poorly designed the resource, item, and money management is in that game, that
Mm-hmm.
there is a fan mod called Shenmue 3 Kiwami that literally fixes that.
Oh yeah, I showed it to you. I remember talking about it.
Oh, was it you? I thought it was Ghetto.
No, I remember we were talking about it in
Oh, my
the
apologies then. I don't know why I
on
thought.
the
You know what? I think it's called. I think it was Ghetto because he usually shows me just weird stuff like that.
we were talking about it in the during the Hack Jack show. I think I forgot which
Uh,
one, but it was one of the episodes.
it was probably one this year. In
Yeah.
fact, that reminds me. I want to bring up some stats here. Look at the statistics. I want to look at some statistics here to move along because I said what I said about Shenmue 3. Ain't no reason to
Sprint slightly faster. I forgot about that.
ain't no reason to bring up that dead horse again.
Oh, but
But
it's fun beating on the dead horse.
yeah, but yeah, when the corpse and the meat's still there, not when it's all boned out. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna look up here. When did? Aha! So I'm looking up. So all right, so I'm looking at our first episode 2023 was episode 139 called "She's Got the Jack." I love my titles. I love my titles. And I knew exactly why I called it that. You know why I called it that, Jack? Besides the
Why?
pun,
Why?
because it's also the name of an AC/DC song.
Was it the She's Got the Touch?
No, that's not AC/DC. That's Transformers.
I don't know about ACDC soundtrack other than that one famous one.
You mean Back in Black?
Yeah, pretty much that one famous album. That's it.
Uh, uh, uh oh yes, which was actually pretty funny because that was basically their comeback album. But anyways,
I see.
not that was unintentional. In any case, so let's see. That was episode 139. What are we? Episode 171. Let's do some quick math here. I don't use a calculator because I'm a dumb American. So where's the here it is. So 171.
Can't do mental math. See, this is why we need the new math.
So
New metal, new math.
New math and you. New math.
New math. Sung by taught by Korn.
No, better by who's the frontman of Limp Bizkit? God, what's his name? Fred Durst. That's the guy. Fred Durst, the face of new metal. Anyways, I did the math. We did a total of about 33 episodes this year. Yeah, 33,
Hell yeah.
33 episodes. We did more than we expected. That's what you always do.
That is true.
And also appreciate Johnny. That's also one that the lyrics from the set, the AC/DC song I reference. You say she never got a royal flush, but I should have known. Fun fact, Jack. If you never listened to AC/DC's older material, they were still very rock and rollish, but they're also very bluesy.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And as well, they really did sing about how like pretty much how terrible it was to live the rock and roll life.
Ooh.
Like, but because it's always so upbeat or they're so fun about it, you miss that of them actually singing like, nah, man, it's like we're doing this. We play this because we love it, but don't do this. It's not worth. It's not worth the pain and effort.
Man, it's like how any song that has like an upbeat attitude with like such dark lyrics, they always end up being very good. Or not always, but most of the times. Like
Mm-hmm.
that one I forgot what was the band name. The ones that sang yeah, oh, I'll find it. I'll find it. But not right now.
Can I go on a limb and say it's pumped up kicks?
No. No.
Okay, that's
It
usually the
was
go-to
my
example.
I don't remember how it goes. Hell yeah, I think that's what it's
Oh,
called.
oh, that's Hey Ya by Outkast.
Hey yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah. That's also a famous example of having a song with a more upbeat tone and melody that hides the more cynical or depressing lyrics.
The fact that he goes and y'all aren't gonna even listen to the lyrics. You just listen to the beat.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like calling people out and everyone's just dancing to it.
It's a good song. It's a good song though.
Yeah.
I think that same artist. I don't know Outcast. No, was it Andre 3000?
Also, Johnny, thanks to you and Ghetto and myself because I was the one that instigated it. I can't hear my music anymore without having a random Pikmin sound in my head or Newt Newt. Thank you.
Wait, what?
I was yesterday when I was doing my stream, I decided to try and make or at least like work on a song that I was like been stuck in a rut with, and while in the middle of it, I had Pikmin playing, which was a Pikmin saying Pikmin for 1 hour, but with occasion like it's an occasional silence. No, it's a 1 hour silence, but occasional Pikmin. So it's literally a video length of 1 hour, and every now and then you'll hear Pikmin from their sounds, and then I decide. Ghetto says put put Pingu on there. So every now, but what's worse is that the Pingu one, it was more frequent.
So you heard Newt Newt more often.
I heard Newt Newt more often, so every now and then I'm here in the middle of talking, or I'm listening to a certain part that I'm trying to see if it works, if it meshes well, and then all of a sudden, Newt Newt, cymbal crash.
Oh, you're getting owned by a penguin. Da, 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 da. Then I got the song stuck in my head, the Outcast song. Da, da, da.
Hey yeah.
Would you know, Alexa? Would you know I only know two Outcast songs, and the up and the only one I know is all about baby mamas.
I don't know that one. And also, Johnny, I'm sorry. Apparently, it was his whole idea. It was Johnny's idea. No, Ghetto had nothing to do with it.
No, no, hold on. You gotta say that line like you're Anakin, because that's a Star Wars line. But but
I
but
don't know
John,
how to say it.
it should be you to be celebrating with the politicians. It's your day of glory. That's literally
Yeah.
the line that Obi-Wan says after Anakin from Episode 3. God, I'm such a nerd.
God damn you! I don't know why.
It's such a basic line, but I knew exactly what scene, what movie, and the line. Oh my god!
I'm like, God. It's like that one video. It's like, I've been out nerded, and I'll never be out nerded again.
Now, Johnny, go hug your pregnant mistress that you're trying to hide from the Brazilian Council,
The Brazilian counts.
the Brazilian Jedi Council. It's not. It's not that he has to hide it because he's in a marriage. He has to hide it because all it is just is just an android machine that looks like Angel.
You see, what
It's a little bit
happened
of
was that
Robo love. He's gonna hide his Robo love.
he was drinking some tea, and that was his first mistake. And I won't say anything else because only Johnny knows what we were talking. Well, maybe you know, but Johnny knows about the tea.
Oh no, I've been known about the tea. And I guess you could say he spilled the tea on that.
You know what? Hold on.
No, no. Oh no, I'm gonna beat you to it. I'm gonna beat you to it.
No.
I'll
Here,
beat you to it.
you'll get. I was gonna say you can get this. That's about it.
You just give me the no.
Just
No,
a
really?
thumbs up. Not even like a sound. Just a thumbs up.
All right, fine. Here. I know this is what you want to hear. Ungrateful swine. Did I? Where is it? No. Anyways, but what was it? Oh, I was talking about Yakuza 0. Yeah, I'm just playing the real estate market. Gonna invest in a lot, do some money fights, maybe watch a cat fight here and there, and lose tons of money. Thinking that
Bet
this
on
is
the
the one.
underdog.
This is the one that little pop idol star is gonna beat that school teacher.
Beat the bet on the underdog. Win. Have a freaking dopamine rush from winning big on that one. Try to do it again. Lose it all. Ah, yes.
This is why I'm glad I don't gamble for real, because then I probably would.
See,
I
this is
probably would have a bad vice.
See, this is why if I ever gamble, I only gamble with fake money. I never gamble with real money. Sure, when we went to Vegas, I did so, but I mean, I gotta at
Yeah.
least try because I trained myself to try to learn to count cards in blackjack. I wanted to see how far I can go.
Well, as the song goes, Jack, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them,
Yeah, I'm not too
know when to
comfortable
walk
with
away,
I'm not too
know when to
comfortable with
run.
what'd you call it? Texas Hold'em or poker. Nope, not gonna be able to do that.
Better count your money when you're sitting at
So
table.
I would rather go with the less brain heavy part of blackjack. But other
Be
than
like,
that,
21 black, baby, 21 black.
I reopened the app that I used to get like all these coupons and rewards for what'd you call it? Uh for the Vegas stuff, MGM rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to I'm gonna go start accumulating points. That way, whenever if we ever do go back for the next time, um, I'll pretty much practically have everything set. A nice free room, uh, free play, a free hunt, like free play on the slot machines, all that good stuff. I played one slot machine in the game, and thankfully, most of the times this is the one slot machine app I've played that isn't predatory and tries to instantly take your money. But at the same time, I felt robbed. I started with 37 million, gained 100 something million, and then I'm like, this one slot machine app section, like this one slot machine that they have here is pretty good. I'm gonna start using this to build up money because I see a bunch of people here that have like billions and billions of coins. I'm at I'm at 1 million coins. I lost
Uh,
I lost it all. But thankfully they're not real.
yeah, thankfully. Thankfully, they're about as real as Bitcoin.
They're as real as my pun coins.
They're as real as a peso.
What
Oh, by the way, You want to know what's a pizza place I haven't heard in years?
CC's?
No, no, I still go to CC's. Yes, I know the pizza's not high quality, but it's a buffet for a reasonable price. It's whatever. But no, it's a remember pizza patron.
Okay, speaking of that, but yes, for some
I
weird for some weird reason, I wake up. Uh, of course, since I have nothing to do on this sick week, I wake up. I look at my emails, and for some reason, I have an email saying, "Oh yes, here's a link for you to reset your Pizza Patron uh account." I'm like, what?
that's the name I haven't heard in a long time. A long time.
So I don't have no idea how that
I
happened.
I I was reminded of it this past week because for some reason I found myself in a rabbit hole of watching little YouTube videos about history of certain like mainstream companies,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them, I forget which one it was. I don't know if it was Domino's or Wingstop, but I do know that that a like whoever was the founder of either of those companies, eventually he went to then found Pizza Patron
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Basically, the owner, he had one big successful business, and so he wanted to make another one. And because of that mention, I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that place. And because I remember years ago, our family would, because how cheap their pizza was, every not every Sunday, but most Sundays, if we needed a quick lunch, we literally just get a box of pizza from Pizza Patron, and then boom, that was it. Especially since, if you remember, Jack, where we used to live, there was like a Pizza Patron, in the near the Alameda Walmart, right across from the Starbucks.
Gotcha.
So we were off to go there, but then obviously we stopped mostly just for health reasons. And also, not gonna lie, that of all the pizzas I've ever eaten in my life, theirs was the greasiest, like really greasy, too
Mm-hmm.
much. And then, but once we stopped, I just never thought of them ever again until like literally this past week. And I'm like, and I'm curious to see if that place is even still there, because it's not big enough. It's not big enough to be a Domino's or a Pizza Hut,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I'm just curious if they're even still around and if they still accept pesos as payment.
I'll be right back real quick. I don't know what's happening, but they're calling me.
Alrighty then. While Jack goes and handles that business, stuck with me at least for now, ladies and gentlemen. And actually do want to share. Actually do want to share. That's just a little bit of my crazy. There's nothing much to say because it really was just spending time with the family, and there's nothing really, I guess you could say, media or entertainment related that I did over Christmas. Aside just watched one Christmas movie, which which I'm glad I watched it again with the second time watching a Muppets Christmas Carol. That movie's still good. The second is still good even the second time. I think that will be my new favorite my new traditional Christmas movie to watch, along with It's a Wonderful Life, which I still need to watch. I still need to watch. I still need to watch before December ends. It's a Wonderful Life because I love that movie, and if you haven't watched it, I think it's a good. I think you should, even if you don't like black and white movies. I think you should. But where was it? Oh yeah, I do wanted to. I do wanted to share that. Oh, well, dang! Hold on. Oh my brain. Oh, again the brain fart. My apologies, folks. Mine is all over the place. Ah, there's oh, Johnny, what about Batman Returns? Kind of. I actually did watch that last year, Johnny, Batman Returns, and watching it now that I'm older. and I'm no longer as the I guess the way the Japanese will put it. Now that no longer that little cherry boy who was probably too young to watch that movie on TV and seeing those scenes with Batman and Catwoman. Like I made this joke already several times throughout the history of this channel, but pretty much how that movie was an early awakening for little old Hack and him thinking, maybe girls aren't so bad, especially if they look like cats. Uh, but uh, but I did watch it last year. Might if I'm curious, I might watch
Oh,
it again. But honestly, of all the Batman movies, I find Batman Returns to be
yes.
uh, honestly, it's the weirdest of all the Batman movies.
Let me see.
Most
I'm trying to remember which one was Batman Returns.
It's the one with Catwoman and the Penguin
I
from
rem that one was funny.
that was from 1991.
That one's
Or
funny mostly because I remember this guy could not turn his neck, so he just like.
oh yeah, that's it. I mean that was all the Batman costumes during the 90s. He had to turn his entire body.
I love clips of him just like trying to look up and he just like his whole body contorts up.
Yeah,
Let me see if
man.
I can find clips of it.
But as far as the movie, as I said, I find the movie just a bit too weird and honestly very much the all the Batman movies it's I feel it's okay. I'll put it this way: despite being called Batman Returns and have a lot of elements of Batman, it feels less like a Batman movie and more like a really weird Tim Burton comic book, which is probably good. Which is probably what a lot of people would like about it, because how much Tim Burton's zaniness and just choice of how to tell the story decisions he made in that movie probably makes it a lot more memorable than your average modern comic book movie. At the same time, you do it's at the sacrifice of adding a lot of familiar either story elements or tone that makes Batman work as a character. Uh, Johnny says, I still need to see a Batman with a leather or cloth cowl so Bruce can pull it down for emotional talks like in the comics. That would be neat. I think the closest you can only get from that, Johnny, is unironically the 1966 Batman, which even though I have great love, respect, and admiration for that series, I understand some some people can't get into it. I get it. I get it. That's probably
Uh,
the closest you're gonna get to that. You're
I'm just
watching
showing.
that little compilation, Jack.
I'm just showing a clip of it to everyone. And
uh,
like without the sound, that way it doesn't pick up anything. But it's just like
right.
a 10-second clip of Batman
Batman.
turning, just
Yeah.
turning, full body turn.
It wouldn't be till 2008 until they finally got the technology for him to turn his head. Johnny says
uh,
the dude in the Watchmen film had a leather like cowl, something like that. Oh, that's a night owl. Really? I didn't. I only read Watchmen. I never seen it because I'm just not into Zack Snyder movies, and Alan Moore's comic books tend to be either really good or just uh really British, really British,
real
like V for
British.
V for Vendetta, but not that fancy British Jack. More like that punk, fuck the Queen, fuck the Prime Minister type of British.
Gotcha.
Oh, and add a bunch of a little bit of witchcraft in it too. Johnny
I
says, I
mean,
just really hate the bat helmets. Don't care if it's practical. I'm with you, Johnny. I would love to see a Batman costume that's and less armor and or hockey pads, and more like a traditional superhero costume. Mo- and that is not afraid to exaggerate either the cape or the ears, just something that's just not armor. Because it's a comic book. It doesn't have to be grounded in reality, and I hate that. It doesn't have to be realistic. You don't have to explain everything. How come Batman's eye makeup disappears when he takes off the mask? Why are you concerned with that?
You see,
It's like asking who changes the tires on the Batmobile. Why is that important to you?
hey, it's important to see who's his mechanic. That way we can go there too.
Unfortunately, there's actually an answer to that in the comics. It's some it's some mentally ill guy named Harold that Bruce Wayne or Batman, I should say, he uses his mechanical services to work on the Batmobile. At least back in the 2000s. I don't think that's in canon anymore.
See, and that's the thing. If he could keep a secret like who the Batman is, probably not that. He's probably just going in costume like, all right, I need a new paint job.
Make it blacker.
You know what? Also, give me a change of oil.
I wanted obsidian, not noir.
Make sure that the oil's synthetic. I don't want the other blend.
Remember, the car uses 0W20. Oh God, boys.
I could do it more easily right now. It just comes naturally.
Johnny says Jason Todd is the mechanic. He just doesn't put the wheels back on. In fairness, Johnny, you don't need to be a mechanic to take off wheels off a car.
You don't know how many times a girl would ask me if I know how to change a tire. I'm like, it's not that hard. Just brace it.
Yeah. Just say yeah. But you guys say very nonchalantly, as in like I thought everybody knew how to do that.
I'm like, yeah. I just go, yeah, because I'm a big man, and then I show a GIF of a guy going, like putting his arms out, like sprayed out, and then just like walking up to someone.
You should also show her how to mail an envelope and
write a check.
Write a check.
Yeah.
And show her like, and I have this mysterious device called a cassette tape.
I also memorized my bank account number. Let me recite it right now for everyone.
11122. Here's my routing number and my checking account number. Do with them what you please. I'll just get another one. So I wish this is one of the few times I wish you had a camera, because I actually do want to show something unique and cool that was gifted to me this past this Christmas, and so actually I think the best I could do is Jack. Crossword is leads, man. Jack 1, 2, 3. Oh, dang, and I remember the first Transformers movie. I think that was like Sam Witwicky's like eBay username. And just imagine this like evil looking Decepticon telling Shia LaBeouf, "Are you ladies man 1227?"
Yeah, I remember that.
But here, Jack, you can look it up so the audience has an idea of what I was gifted. It's called a Victrola. That's spelled VICTROLA. Victrola Quincy. Hope I don't have to need to spell Quincy for you.
Ooh.
It's a 6-in-1 music center.
6-in-1 music center.
Mm-hmm. So while Jack's looking that up and give you guys a visual reference, I can describe what it is. So pretty much, it is a very fancy music player in which it can play records, CDs, Bluetooth, aux connection, and cassette and FM radio.
So I can play vinyls?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. I have now entered that part of my life. I'm gonna start collecting vinyls now.
Hey, just remember to change the don't don't leave it in those covers that they usually have. You got to put them in a different special type of cover.
But
Helps them last longer.
the album sleeves look cool.
Yeah, but the album sleeves will damage the record. How do I know that? Well, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna get there with you.
We're gonna reach that point where like the true way to listen to music is on these overly large discs that makes it hard to store anything.
Yeah, this is the true way to listen to music. The way where the fancier way, the way that it's totally not mass produced via a metal plate squishing on another metal plate. Yeah, totally.
Exactly. But it was neat. I don't see myself collecting vinyl for every album I ever like. Just for maybe a few things that I believe is worth the value. Where I would want the CD, the MP3s, and the vinyls because I'm
I'm actually
stupid like
gonna
that.
look that up. How much is a Victrola? I'm kind of curious now. I might get into it. Oh, it's not that
But
bad. It's not that bad.
yep. So now I haven't got it out of the box yet. I haven't used it, so I can't tell you the quality of the stereo sound it has. But the fact
Apparently
that it
has
does,
Bluetooth record player. Yeah, it
yes,
says
it does.
Bluetooth record player. So that's probably it. All right, I'm gonna add it to my list.
Yep. So yeah. So you don't need a. And I do like the design of it. It's like an old timey radio. Looks like that good old '70s wood. That Atari wood.
Where am I
That
gonna put it though? I'm gonna have to
yeah.
make space.
Yeah, that's my conundrum right now, Jack. I'm looking at this beautiful music machine, and all I can think is, where the heck I'm going to store this thing?
This will give me a reason to buy vinyls. Oh my god, I
Luck,
am gonna
yeah,
go into it.
yeah, luckily, I never purchased a vinyl for myself, but I have acquired them as gifts from several people over the years, so I at least have an excuse to use them, and I can finally listen to one of my David Bowie vinyls that I've had since forever, but I never really got to use. So yeah, and for those who are curious, the album is a Space Oddity. So there you go. So
Hmm.
that's yeah. So that's I got other things too, but that's the big showcase of what I got as a gift.
Damn, that one's nice though.
Hmm
I like the way it looks.
Yeah, better than the PS5. You know, I'm actually quite I'm actually quite shocked, Jack. I
Hmm.
am shocked that my brother has not asked for a PS5 yet, which I am glad. But also, it just goes to show that that machine really doesn't have any games for that will appeal to that audience, like to him, that younger audience.
I don't know. I think he's just like I don't know.
Like, I mean, it's not like he hasn't stopped playing games. I mean, has played considerably less ever since he started high school and gotten more into music, but he has not stopped playing. I mean, for Pete's sake, I got an email yet last night. I kid you not. I got an email from like a Nintendo receipt where it says, "Thank you for purchasing Lego Marvel Superhero."
You see, I think it's not really the. I think it's not that the people his age don't want to play. It's just that there are some games that he's just not interested in, which is perfectly
Exactly.
fine.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying that there. That also means that there's. But put it this way.
But he could play the game of the or the snubbed game of the year,
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man
Spider
2.
Man 2. Yeah, like even like he enjoyed the first Spider-Man, and when I asked him about Spider-Man 2, he didn't he was curious to want to try it, but he didn't want to because it's not on PS4. So it's also a little bit of like he doesn't want to go to the next machine a little bit. But there also hasn't been a game that interested him. And granted, you know, he is I'll put it this way. Of the because he is a zoomer. He is that generation. He's gonna be into games that are like Fortnite or Rocket League or those type of games. He'll probably dabble into Call of Duty a little bit, and for a good while, he was way into Star Wars Battlefront 2 before that game just became abandoned.
Yeah, sad.
So he does. So you know. So there. So there's a few things that will appeal to him. It's just so far what the PS5 has shown that he has seen hasn't really. Although that might change once the new Dragon Ball game comes out, and if that's only on PS5, then that will be when I will be reporting. So my little brother got a PS5 today, all just for one game.
It starts with one game. Eventually,
Then
eventually he'll
eventually
get the others.
he'll get two. And it'll be the next Dragon Ball game.
See, and like that's the thing that why not get him into the dark side, PC gaming.
Um, I think just because he's just not aware of what games are available on PC, and like I said, he's not so into games that he wants to explore. Then it's just whatever. If it's not already something that's based on something he's already into, like Dragon Ball or Star Wars, he's not going to pay as much attention to it. And as well, he did mostly play, thanks to me, a lot of Nintendo games, and so
Yeah.
it's gonna be unless he's gonna willing to go through the sail the high seas and learn that, he's not gonna go through the effort of trying to play Nintendo games on a non-Nintendo machine.
Oh, that's fine. The Nintendo stuff, that's why I got a Switch. That's the only console I'll ever get compared to having an Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, and plus it didn't cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, that too. The Nintendo Switch is so affordable. It's actually laughable that the others are like half a mil.
Like, Jack, are you telling me that the affordable machine with the huge
Half dozen
library
me.
of Wait, Jack, are you telling me that the affordable gaming machine with multiple ways of playing with thousands of games to enjoy, including some of the best games that came out of this generation, is the reason why it's leading in sales compared to the competition?
Oh,
You're,
and
you're
it has an affordable. Well, actually, not anymore compared to Game Pass. But
yeah.
before Game Pass, it was more affordable than the others. Their online services.
Clearly, you're just a Nintendo fanboy, and we shouldn't take your opinion to consideration.
And that's another thing. Game Pass. Well, even then, Microsoft has always like recently in the past few years has been more going into Game Pass and investing into Game Pass rather than their console because it just makes them more money.
Yeah, and I chew on that for a little bit. Granted, just for one game for Hi-Fi Rush, which I don't mind just paying the $30 just to get that game because that was fun. That was fun.
Peppermint.
Wait. Uh, who's the red hair chick? I like her.
That one, Johnny might know. I forgot her name.
I know. I forget which tea flavor she's named after, but I like her.
Tea flavor.
They're all tea flavors.
Really? Oh yeah, they
That's
are.
yeah. That's the
Except
difference.
macaron.
Macaron is what you have with your tea.
That's true. Corsica. See,
Yeah,
Johnny knows. I knew Johnny would know.
yeah. I like her.
I knew Johnny would know.
I like her. I like her a lot. I wish she. Yeah, yeah. See, Johnny. See, we can agree on something. She is Besker.
The only thing I do enjoy from Corsica is at once when she joins you, and it's the ripped thigh highs or is it fishnets? I think it's fishnets, and maybe I don't know. It's not really fishnets. There's a word for it. There's a word for it.
Stockings.
They're not stockings. They're something else.
Ankle sock. I mean thigh high socks.
No, they're called something else.
Let me look. You know what? Let me look at it. It's been a while since I saw Corsica. Uh, so let me see. Let me look. Let me look it up to see what is she. Is that what you wearing, girl? Oh, it's just tights. It's just tights.
Oh yeah, then yes.
Yeah, or you can say spats or whatever. But yeah, no, she's wearing tights.
See that I can get down with that.
You can get down with it.
I also love the fact that you end up accidentally concussing her, trying to save her.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I do love how that friendship forms because he's like I'm gonna beat you up and then you're gonna be my friend. Oh man.
Also,
Oh,
welcome, Miss Saren. Welcome, welcome.
good evening. Good evening. Uh, let's see. Well, yeah. John, I'll take ages to look at Corsica too. You know what, Johnny? Dang, if I had spare money, I would love to see you draw her in your style.
How much is the
What
rates? I'll
what's
do. I'll pay for both. I want both.
for Corsica and Peppermint?
Yes.
Like we gotta crowdfund that then. Johnny's high.
What are
I'm
you,
kidding.
what are your rates? What are your rates? Tell them now. What are they?
Where are the other commissions going? Only draw them one at a time. Why? No, that'll be something fun. Like if I have, I can't do it now, but it's one of those things that if you remind me, Johnny, and if I have the spare income, then then I would do that. Just 100 for full colors, Batman to my arms. No, and it. Oh, as soon as you said that, gonna do the Arkham style where Batman says thanks and knocks you out. I
Oh
love
yeah.
that. I just love how how they animate that and portray the information
Oh,
because the criminal doesn't just tell you, he says a line
he says,
and
"I'll
then you
tell you
like
what you need to know."
and then you get
Thanks.
like an update on your UI and then Batman says thanks, knocks him out. So it's always awkward, but I understand why they portrayed it like that.
And there's also what was it called? Oh, I recently played Gotham Knights on stream.
Now, now why now why did you do this? Of all the things you
I
could have
bought the
done.
game a long time ago, and
Full price or sale?
I think I bought it on full price whenever I first got it
Now why would you buy the game at full price?
because I thought it was gonna be having the same kind of feel as as the Arkham Knights or the Arkham trilogy. Not
Yeah,
exactly.
a lot of people do. Also, shout out to Dr. Crow in the chat. He just just popping in to say hack. I think he meant to say hi. Hey, Dr. Crow, appreciate you stopping by. Hope always appreciate it. But as you're saying, Jack, go back to my voice. No, why, why, why?
So okay, I was very hopeful with the game. Next thing we know, Jack pre-ordered the Suicide Squad game. Now, see that I did not do that. But okay, so I was playing the game, and I know Ghetto was watching me, and uh, I okay, the first group, the introductory group for Gotham Knights, the enemy group, because it's usually either for when it came to the Arkham trilogy, it was Joker's gang, all that good stuff. Then
Two-Face's gang.
Arkham City was like a bunch of other gangs, Two Faces.
And
Uh,
then by the end you fight ninja.
yes. Then you fight ninjas. And this one, our introductory gang was just called Freaks. There we go. We are live. They can hear me, but can they hear you?
Welcome, folks. Welcome. Sorry. So, uh, excuse me. I need to drink some water, Jack. I think I need hydration. But we're gonna continue on after some weird We're gonna continue on after some confusion.
After some
Uh,
technical difficulties, we'll continue on. We'll unlist the previous video, and
yeah,
as always, we'll help. No, we were just having some technical difficulties. It's fine.
yeah.
Also,
Now
welcome,
we're.
Ghetto.
Oh, is Ghetto here?
Yes, he says Ore Sanjo. Or Sajo, not San.
God,
San,
gotcha.
if I say San, that means that I'm pretty much, I wonder what thing I'm saying if I say Sanjo.
Probably something racist. How dare you?
How dare me? See
How
this.
dare you? But also welcome back, folks. Welcome Johnny, Ghetto, Miss Saren. We do apologize for that. But let's go and get the show on the road. We all have our awkward moments. Speaking of awkward moments, Jack ever told you about the time I went into the oil field?
No.
Because it never happened. And also, uh, uh, the Crow says to Alex and Millie. I don't think we're not live. We're only live on YouTube, right? So no Alex and Millie.
We're not live on Twitch. No.
Yeah, so Alex and Millie are asleep right now, but we'll say so they're asleep right now.
But they're always watching, as you can see from the very bottom of the banner. Always watching.
Jack doesn't get out because he plays bad Batman games, and I don't for reasons yet.
Oh, speaking of the bad Batman game.
Yeah, so, that's what we're talking about. Arkham Knights.
Gotham Knights. So, the people that we are introduced to in Gotham Knights, at least when, I don't know if it starts off differently depending on who you choose in the beginning. I was playing as Nightwing because, I mean, as a kid, I always wanted to play Nightwing whenever the Arkham trilogy came out, and I didn't have the DLC to play him. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do Nightwing. So I'm playing Nightwing. I meet the first enemy faction, the Freaks, and my God. First of all, I hate the name. Also, I thought that he was just insulting people for no reason. I'm like, damn, calling people freaks? Why? No, that's what they really call themselves.
Very creative name. That must have been a head scratcher in the writing office.
And Ghetto was there. He knows what the moment I kind of like had to pause and like think to myself, should I really keep playing this game? It was the moment I'm going up these set of stairs. The Freaks are starting to commit arson everywhere in the building. And all of a sudden I'm going up the stairs and I hear one of the Freaks go, "Die, fire alarm, die, die."
Ah, yes, the German phrase, the.
So I'm just like, I pause. I stop in my tracks and I pause and I'm just like, this is the best line that they could come up. This is literally the best line they could come up for this faction.
Die.
Telling an inanimate object to die.
Oh wait, they told the fire alarm to die, not Nightwing.
Yeah, they told the fire alarm to die. And you could see them like grabbing the fire alarm and just like throwing it in the ground. I'm like, really? This is how you're gonna portray the first enemy faction?
I bet they're the type of people that don't even change out the batteries on their smoke detectors.
And frankly, the look of them, I don't like the look of them. It's just like it's very unmemorable. I don't like. They have like this almost punk rock type of feel to them, and they're crazy. Or they try hard. That's the problem. They're trying too hard to look crazy and sound crazy.
Ooh, I'm great. I can
that was literally how it felt. Like, ooh, I'm crazy. That type of weird vibe to it.
Cereal with a fork.
Man is like literally going around and is like, yeah, I'm gonna commit fire. I'm gonna start a fire on this garden. Yeah. I'm like, really? What the hell is wrong with these people? They could have at least, like, if they wanted crazy, you could have at least brought back the asylum patients, the ones that like literally just go like huddle in the corner and start eating a rat. You could have went with that crazy. No, you had to go with try hard crazy.
Why couldn't they just be your average goons or something?
It could have, yeah, it could have been just an average going like, man,
No,
I heard that Batman died. I wonder how the others are doing. It's not like I can just go Nightwing and then you just beat them up.
yo, it's the Nightwing. That doesn't come off the tongue, guys. It's the bat. It's the freaking bat. Yes,
Also, the combat.
oh, what about? Oh, I know. On video, I'm looking at the combat. I'm going, how exciting. Now, how is it to actually control it?
It breaks a lot of habits that I usually had from the Arkham trilogy, because the button layout is different because they have these special moves or special buttons to do things. Instead of just pressing a combination of buttons together, they decided to dedicate it to one button in certain aspects, and I hate that because
Uh,
there'll be moments where I accidentally do like, let's say I'm trying to, okay, when it comes to takedowns, usually in the Arkham trilogy is like, if you're behind someone and you do want to do a loud takedown, a quick takedown, you press, I think it was uh if you press X very quickly, no, if you double tap Y, it will do a quick takedown. But if you just press it once, it will do a silent takedown. Something like that. I don't remember.
no, you're right. I remember I remember doing that when I play Arkham.
And in this one, you literally have like, they separated that option to two different things when you're behind someone. So I would accidentally, and this is how I could tell that the combat style is very different. I accidentally did a silent takedown in front of a group of enemies that had guns pointed at me. Now you would think I would die right there and then, like how in any Arkham game I would.
Right.
Like as soon as because those silent takedowns, they take forever. You would think that would happen, like where they go Batman, bam, 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 and then death screen. No, this one was just like Nightwing jumps down, starts choke holding someone. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Nightwing!"
Oh my god.
Falls to the ground like a Korean drama. Gets back up, then tries to point the gun, and by the time they do that, I already have enough time to throw down a smoke bomb and run away. And I'm like,
That's that's a weird way to have your enemies react. So instead of, I mean, unless is there a big emphasis on stealth in this game? In
uh,
in the same way that the Arkham games are.
kinda, yeah, yeah.
Okay, now,
But
okay.
okay, here's
Well,
the difference.
okay, go ahead.
Here's the difference. There is stealth, but it's not true stealth in the sense of like how in the Arkham games you had the detective vision and you can just go around like picking off people one by one. You have a type of detective vision, but it's like it's like a nerfed down version of it, because I guess since you're not Batman, you don't have it, the technology for it. I guess that's gonna be the canon lore for it. But and also they don't have the same type of layout systems as like the Arkham games did. In the Arkham games, if you wanted to sneak past someone, you can go either through the gargoyles or the grate system, or literally just like pick people off silently in different manners. This one, it doesn't seem like that. There's very few positions where you can be able to just like zip line to, and there is no grading system inside the RPD as far, or the sorry, I said RPD because I was thinking of Raccoon City. Got the GCPD.
So in reality, it's more like it's an action game with some stealth mechanics.
Yeah, and I remember this happening because the second part to it was you would go into the GCPD morgue to investigate what's happening with the Ra's al Ghul's body and all that good stuff. Uh, as soon as, and also from the fact that Jim Gordon's apparently dead, the GCPD is not taking kindly to any of the Bat family whatsoever, so they're against you too. Um, I go through everything. I mess up on my stealth part because I couldn't see this one guy that was actually actively going up the stairs. And funny enough, I feel like they do this on purpose, the AI, because no one throughout the whole time I was stealthing around, no one ever went to that top section. But as soon as I go to that top section, some guard decides to walk up the stairs.
Mm. Mm.
And then I get caught. And then I had to fight everyone. And when I got caught, I'm like, okay, I'm dead. They all have guns. I'm dead. No, you can Spider-Man jump away from the guns.
Oh,
You'll see
yeah.
a line. You'll see an indicator of where their bullet's gonna go, and as soon as it starts flashing rapidly, just dodge.
Ah, yes, the Bat family, well known for their spider-like reflexes and large leap jumping abilities.
So you're just dodging, flipping through people, punching one guy to stagger him to prevent him from shooting you, doing that to another. I get
So,
out there. I come back from the section, and then a SWAT team goes through the GCPD. And of course, again, I get caught somehow because I'm so used to the Arkham trilogy, having vantage points that when I'm looking around, I have no vantage point. I can't go anywhere. So I get caught again. I fly off somewhere. I throw down a smoke bomb. I fly off somewhere. They don't know where I'm at. But apparently, they searched enough to where they search up in a place they never go to. And then they find me again. But by that point, I jump down and I go. I start the cinematic.
well, that sounds like a very great game you just described. I am, very glad that you took, you know, you play the games that no one else do. It could be like it could be a theme song about that.
And like
But
I'm very disappointed. I could see why people were like really annoyed with the game. I'm
sound
just
like
so
you're baffled. That's what you sound like. You sound
I,
baffled
I,
of the
I was
design
yeah,
decisions.
like I was so disappointed by how everything is and the feel of the whole thing. And also, apparently, I did not stop any crimes. I, I when I beat up all the guys that were in their respective areas because there's a crime and it'll indicate it to you. I went over there, beat them up, left them because I mean, what else can I do? I just already beat them up. There's no indicator for me to do anything else. I end the day because apparently you can end the day now. Imagine that, just like, oh yeah, I that's my shift. I'm ending the day as a crime fighter, and it said 0 crimes stopped. I'm like, what the hell? What did I stop then? What did I do? There's a guy that was literally breaking into an ATM, and I pummeled him into unconsciousness. How did that not stop him? So yeah, I don't know. I will probably try it, give it a good college try because I was only 2 hours into the game. But I'm kind of disappointed.
This Jack disappointed. Jack gives it a 7 out of 10.
And like, what I really enjoyed from the Arkham games was just messing with the enemy, going through vantage points and just like picking them off one by one, hearing their dialogue, especially how they react when they realize that they're the only ones left and they just start shooting wildly. This one doesn't really give me that feeling of like being stealthy. So I don't know.
Well, I think we all learn. I, I think we all learned something here today, and it's this:
Hmm.
there, it's really hard to make a DC game that doesn't have Batman on it, isn't it?
All they just needed to do was keep the stuff that they had from Batman. They didn't need to. They didn't even need to like have all the Bat gadgets. Just
Nah, nah. What you talking about, Willis? Nah, we got it's a
especially with
new
it's
thing.
especially with like at least with Nightwing. At least with Nightwing, I mean he has like some similar stuff. Granted, he fights differently than the Bat. Also, traversing the area is so terrible with Nightwing. I'm pretty sure maybe later on in the game it gets smoother, but it's I hate it. I hate it. At least
Did you?
with Batman, I was able to glide around sometimes.
Oh, that's right. And Nightwing doesn't have a cape. Jason Todd doesn't have a cape.
I can't
Batgirl
even
has a
swing
little.
properly from I literally it's like
They
uh
couldn't even get the swinging right.
well like this grant it's not even swinging. You're not even swinging.
Are you following
You're
the style?
no, you you run on a rooftop. You see a vantage point. You zip line to it, or like yeah, you zip line to it. Then you run from that rooftop. Go to look at another vantage point. Zip line to that one, and repeat and repeat.
Oh wow, that's actually a lot more like Spider-Man, except not as fluid.
Like it's not even.
Man,
Well, the thing is, like at least with Spider-Man, you do swing. You have a momentum to it. With this one, it's just you using the grappler and then like going to that spot, having to run to another spot that might be a higher vantage point, and then shoot there, and then climb there, and then shoot from there. Like it's a lot of stop and go movement. It's like as if someone is barely learning how to drive, and you know how they get afraid
yeah,
of the gas pedal, so they go a little bit and then they stop. They go a little bit and stop. It's like that. That's how it feels like.
I see. Also, Ghetto shares some info. He says they probably couldn't since it was developed by the Arkham Origins guys that are Rocksteady proper. They probably need to jump through a few hoops to get stuff from Arkham, which I don't think that's the case because of the Arkham Origins guys. That's W Warner Brothers Montreal. So that's a direct dev team for Warner Brothers games. So which means that they are able to have the assets and scripting and animations from the Arkham games have that same type of to have the same type of they they could easily, if they wanted to, reuse the assets they made for the Arkham games for Gotham Knights. So I don't know the things that any just any hoops they have to jump from. I think it's entirely they really want to go in a different direction. I think it's because I do remember in interviews prior to the release of the game, they really want to emphasize that this is not an Arkham game,
And I know
and
that I
and
know
they
in
try to
the
and they try to get that message out.
like the thing is I know in the trailer it did look like Nightwing used some kind of device to glide around. So maybe eventually, if once when I play enough, I'll unlock that little feature that makes it smoother to traverse Gotham City. But right now, it's a slog to go through, and also it's kind of funny seeing how they all react to not fall damage, but like falling from great heights. Because I'm like, if I can't because I'm looking at the game and like it feels like there's few vantage points to like even swing from compared to uh Arkham City, because in Arkham City you look up and it's like it'll be funny for you to not see a
Advantage,
indicator
okay,
to
yeah.
grapple on. And this one it kind of feels like it's kind of hard to grapple onto something.
Who knows? Maybe the lore reason is they get rid of all the gargoyles because the Gotham City mayor was like, we gotta get rid of this stuff, making it too easy for Batman.
But like, so I decided to jump from like the equivalent of 4 stories. Yeah, it was like almost 4 stories, and like Nightwing just like hit hard on the floor. Not like a splat, but like basically superhero pose down on the floor. I'm like, huh, that would have broken that guy's knees.
Yeah,
And
he
then
ain't superhuman.
I go, okay, what if I like okay, I guess maybe they don't do that. And I'm like I decided to jump off pretty much something that's like the equivalent of the Empire State Building, and I jumped out. I expect them to do a superhero pose of some sort. No, he then uh grabs onto some. You know how in Spider Man or the older Spider Mans, he would shoot a web in the air and some like God's hand is holding onto that web.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, that's what happening. He just throws his grappler somewhere in the air and it catches onto something and it
Wow.
stops his momentum. I'm like, oh, okay, so at least they did
Well,
that.
because he had a leap of faith. That's why.
uh,
But everything you're describing, it doesn't sound like a swell time. And if what I've heard mainly of the critiques of the game is out of everything is mostly that the game's kind of dull.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's what kind of makes this I'm not gonna lie, what kind of makes this conversation kind of hard to follow. It's not because you're not explaining that well. It's because it's more like, wow, there really nothing exciting happened in the 2 hours or 3 hours that you played this game.
I get to try to. Oh wait, now that wasn't even fun either. Damn.
Oh god, yeah.
I was like, there was the bat cycle. I'm like, it turns invisible somehow. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then, uh, wow, there was no scene that the bat cycle was used for anything other than running. Huh.
Well, at least I'm glad to know that aside from the Arkham games, the one of the best Batman game to play is still Lego Batman 2. Oh man. What something I learned recently? You know why those Lego Batman games haven't been re-released? At least the first two,
Why?
cause of our good old friend copyright. And it's
Uh,
not the copyright stuff from Batman. No, 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 no. You ready? It's because of the music.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. You know why? You know why I know? You know
Why?
why I fucking know?
Let me guess. Let me guess. Hold on. It's because anytime you stream an Arkham game, you get flagged for the music.
That was yes, exactly. On Twitch, when I first started Twitch, I was playing Arkham games. And this is kind of why I stopped playing Arkham games on stream. I was playing and this was Arkham Knight, not Arkham Knight. It was Arkham Asylum, the first game. I was going through a section where I was kind of I forgot how to get through and I was lost. So there were moments where I was kind of silent trying to remember. And then I looked back onto my video production thing on the tab and it's like this one was flagged for copyright. I'm like, "What? What did I do? I didn't even do anything." And like maybe it's one of the songs I was playing. It wasn't even the songs that I was playing. I look into the section and I'm like, I don't hear anything. Like what's the part? It was literally the music for the game. And I'm
Yep.
like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
well,
appeal
there's.
this. I'm gonna appeal this.
Yep.
This is like obviously a mistake. I'm gonna appeal this. We'll be fine. I'll just put in like what's your and of course it's like what's your reasoning for the appeal? Me. I am literally playing the game right now. Stop and then send. 2 days later, your appeal was rejected. Like, why?
Yeah, Warner Brothers Music Group, they are very, very particular about their music. Which is a shame because, aside from the Batman stuff, they also have a copyright. They had the copyrights for like two of my favorite metal bands with Black Sabbath and Dio.
Mm.
They own the copyright for a lot of their early music. So that's why if you try to play any of that stuff, oh boy, oh boy, that's a quick way to get a strike on YouTube. Trying to play Paranoid by Black Sabbath? No, sir. You can't do that. You can't do that. You're a criminal if you do that. Trying to play an a classic metal rock song. You criminal. You scum.
And you see like the difference between that and like
Ne'er do well.
if you noticed on the recent streams I've done for YouTube and Twitch, you can see that I have like some copyright stuff there shown,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a couple of seconds, and they're always in between the be right back screens. It's always if I have a be right back, it's probably gonna be flagging that section. So thankfully, if I ever have to, for monetary sake, uh, what's it called, mute them, I would lose nothing. But other than that, all the music I've been playing were like Persona music and Sonic music, and I've never gotten a copyright strike. But when
No,
it comes to Arkham game,
yeah.
oh,
When it comes to the freaking bat.
literally, what I hated is like literally with that Batman one, 10 minutes of my audio was muted. How can I control that? That's literally background music, how can I control that?
The only way to do that is to literally turn off the music in the game, and at that point, it's like, well, now you're gonna make this things awkward, and you're not gonna hear the good music.
Yeah.
So yeah, might as well not even stream those games, or if you are gonna have to put them on video, heavily edit them, and that's just a lot. That's just a lot to go through. So yeah, so yeah, it's annoying, and it's annoying, very annoying when that happens, which is which is why which is why I'm glad for now Sega's at least very lenient of using their copyright stuff. But let's just hope let's just hope that there's not a Persona movie, because then they might change their tune.
Just imagine me editing for the Arkham trilogy to like get everything sorted out just to avoid the copyright. If that happens, if that would have happened, I would have just started playing anytime when Joker comes in, I would just start playing Here Comes the Gladiator.
No, wait. Then guess what? And then DreamWorks comes in and copyrights that. That's like you're playing the Afro, you're playing the well,
Oh, the circus,
yeah, we gotta
Afro circus,
copyright.
Afro circus,
We
Afro.
gotta copyright that because you play the public domains. I'm still mad about the public domain movies. I'm still mad. For Pete's sake, we're gonna watch a neat psychological thriller by one of the most famous directors of all time. But no. Oh, why? Probably because of music. Even though the film is public domain, it's even on YouTube. Oh my god. Oh man. It's things like this, Jack. I am glad this is not like an actual job of ours,
Yeah,
because I do pour my heart out to those people who do have this is their career doing stuff like this, and they have to deal with that nonsense.
I'm just
Um,
glad that when it comes to Twitch, it's very lenient. So I would gladly listen to a lot of video game music that I have set as my stream music on Twitch. And I'm also glad that YouTube right now, at least right now, it's been welcoming to the playlist that I have. Sure, there will be every now and then a couple of flags, but they literally it says this is not a copyright strike. It's
this
just
is just a this is just a tribute.
like it's just to show that we know that there's this song here.
Want to
You
let you
can.
know it's a warning. We're watching. We're listening.
It's not even a warning. It's just them going like, yeah, this is flagged right here, but we're not gonna mute
Yeah.
it. We're not gonna like. It'll give you an action. It's like, do you want to mute the audio? Do you want to trim this? Do you want? If you do nothing, nothing happens.
Yeah, because that usually happens whenever whoever's the copyright holder, they can be as lenient or as strict as they want to be in those situations. So the only thing we can is just count our blessings that if you do have the option, then whoever's the copyright holder is very lenient on about their material. Uh,
And that was
un,
that was the thing that like I had my first, literally the funniest thing, I had my first copyright strike on Twitch, and that was because of Batman.
you gotta say it right. It's because of the freaking bat.
And it was because of the bat.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, there's a small tangent. Is regards to the newest Batman movie, the Batman. Am I the only one who thinks that the theme they use in that movie? Am I the only one who hears Darth Vader's theme? Like, listen to it. The Batman, like main theme, or at least the part where he's walking towards Penguin after the car chase. I
Mhm.
heard that song when I was watching in the movie theater, and not, and in my head I was literally completing the rest of Darth Vader's theme in my head because it's in the same key, the same uses the same note, same melody. It always is just very different or slightly different, but it bugs me because I'm like, I want to say this is like it's cool, but I can't help but not think of Darth Vader. Good lord, Vader. Oh man. But I like to see what time. What time? How long we been streaming overall?
I would say
Not
like
just
two
for this
hours.
one. Two
Maybe.
hours. Yeah, I know we have something else planned, but honestly, if we try to do that, that's gonna work. That's gonna
Yeah, it's
work
gonna
me
be a
out.
little long, especially
It,
since you need to sleep early, right?
no, no, I'm on vacation. I don't need
Oh,
to
that's
sleep.
right. That's
I don't need to.
right.
I don't need to sleep early, but I don't need to start forming bad habits. All right.
Damn, calling me out.
No, 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 no. You do you, boo. You do.
Yeah. Even then, it's just me going back to my regular sleeping schedule because. Oh, speaking of schedules, should we
Speaking of,
talk about? I guess we should talk about it.
uh,
So,
about about what?
with my schedule, for next semester, it might be a pretty tough in general
Oh,
the stream.
oh. Well, then actually, before we do that, I do want to at least kind of look back. So first off, I do want to. Miss Saren says, "Sleeps for the weak. Bad habits are good. Maybe. Okay, definitely not. But still, oh man, they are. Isn't that Dr. Crow's line? Miss
It's my
Saren,
line.
don't be. It's actually everyone's line. It's everyone who can't. It's everyone who consider themselves a night owl, quote unquote. And no, ghetto, no 24-hour episode.
Hell
None
yeah,
of that.
I'm down for that.
I'm
But
not down for that.
we will have
I don't
to,
have.
if
I
we
don't have
do
a.
that, we will be needing to raise money for something.
Oh yeah, it will be for the charity for hack. That's what it would be.
Yeah, charity for hack. Help him have a chair in
Yeah,
his room.
yeah. And unlike the completionist, I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you exactly where the money is going.
It's going for a new chair, a new table, some dinner plates.
Hey, now, hey. Look, you can bash me for my table. You can bash me for my chair, the old TV I'm using as a monitor, but I have good plates, good sir.
For utensils.
I got plenty of utensils, good sir. The kitchen ain't a problem for me, nor filling it up for the most part. The only problem is if we try to do a 24-hour, we can't do a 24-hour stream because I don't have a chair good enough to sit for 24 hours.
No, you see, I can do it. You could just take shifts. Come back every now and then. Like, oh, hey, welcome back.
We take turns.
I'll just take
uh,
I'll take the 12-hour shifts. You take the 8-hour shifts.
Oh, now it's really like a job. But then that still leaves us. Hold on. That still leaves us 4 more hours though. Then it can't be 24.
Oh, then that's just overtime for me.
Right? You get paid half your check per overtime hour.
Man, funny enough that there was some kind of event going on Twitch where it was like give 30 give 300 bits, and instead of it being 50-50 with like the contract, they're like, all right, you can have 10% back, so it's like 60-40. It was actually pretty good.
I'm glad. And although, actually, but before we got into the jokes, I actually do want to just kind of a little reflection of the year because,
Hmm.
like I said, we did do about 33 episodes, and I just wanted to just kind of just some highlights of just want to just some highlights. I'm kind of going back of the things that we did, for 2023, and just gonna. So I'm looking through the episodes, trying to get together. So on the YouTube end, obviously there was my there there was my the Shenmue 3 streams, which good lord, I am so
Rest in
glad it's
peace.
over. No, not rest in peace, rip in peace. That's what I say to that game. Let's see. Oh, more of a kind of a historical moment. The Nintendo eShop on the Wii U and 3DS officially closed down this past year, so that was good and gone for. Oh, and of course, tangentially related, you and I went to Evo for the very first time, and to Las Vegas. So that will be a memory I will always cherish. Super Mario. Dang, it feels like a lifetime when the Super Mario Brothers movie came out. But that was this year. That, and let's see. Oh, that's right. And I got to actually watch the finale for The Flash.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. Hey, I will say this. That Flash finale proves that the whole brother sister thing in Japan is not just for the Japanese, and I'll leave it at that.
Ha.
Let's see. Let's see. We celebrated 4 years of the stream. I started and finished Devil May Cry 3. So, which that was fun. So obviously this coming year, they're gonna go play some Devil May Cry 4. We did. Uh, um, unfortunately, Jack, we only did 2 Fight Night episodes this year. A little low than I would like, but there were at least of KOF 15 and Street Fighter 6. So hey, so we did 2 of them, but we did 2 good games to do with them. And plus, we got to have Alex and Millie in their KOF cosplays. Thanks to Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. And of course, we finished Chris's campaign in RE6 not too long ago. Which, by the way, I've been meaning to share this
Mhm.
because Jack and I talked about how like by the end of Chris's campaign, we felt like it was so long and we were kind of mentally worn out. When we look back at it, how long it took us to beat Chris's campaign, we come to learn that Chris's campaign was actually shorter than Leon's. But Leon's campaign didn't make us as tired. So just something to think about. Chris's campaign is shorter, but it wore us out much faster than Leon's, which was actually longer to go through.
It was like the equivalent of a nice jog to constantly running in a sprint.
Exactly. And as far as video content, which has been, at least from me, very little, very little. Oh my god, so little. I'm looking back. I own As far as like proper hack video, I only did one this year back in February.
Ooh.
But it did good. Hey, it did good numbers. I ain't gonna take that away from it. I did. It's like making that one good album. Yeah, sure, I could have made a bunch of singles, but I made that one good album this year, in a way to speak. But and but I really hopefully I can. do more do more actual edited videos for next year because I'm not gonna lie, doing just one that's honestly that's kind of pathetic even for me. But what about you, Jack? What can you reflect on at least on the more Twitch side of things, since that's where you were for a majority of the year.
Yeah, for a majority of the year, I have been on Twitch. Uh, I would say there has been, compared to last year, some growth, but not as quick as before. There has been some stagnation. I was actually talking about this yesterday, and I do apologize for those that are on Twitch for the stagnation and for the constant almost like volatile stream schedule. It just went from not feeling up to streaming that day to being busy with certain things at college. A whole like slew of stuff. And I have not been making that many episodes or not episodes, videos. Let me see how many videos did I have made. I'm gonna look it up right now very quickly on the TikTok.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, while you're doing that, at least the few shorts I made, like the two of them, I like what I did to them. They got respectable numbers, so I am proud of those.
Also, there was a major setback in the TikTok. Basically, a lot of setbacks in most cases, but at least it was an enjoyable year. But there were some setbacks on the TikTok side because I did lost a considerable amount of followers after reposting for being gone for a month. Let me see. When was the day that I stopped uploading on that one?
Johnny
Uh,
says excuses. So reason is that girl he's got. Yeah, Jack's changed ever started. He started hanging with women. He's
Even then,
changed.
that's giving too much credit. To be honest, I
No, but
did
hey,
one, two, three, four. I did like 10 videos. Not too bad.
for a second, I thought you were gonna say I dated 10 ladies this year. I'm like, whoa,
Uh
Casanova over here.
oh,
I know that's
for
what
the
you meant.
ladies, I think it was like two, three,
Oh,
three.
Casanova over here.
But it was mostly one for like one date and that's it. But
I
other than
I
that,
know. It's just funny to think about.
um, I have been seeing more people been watching me ever since the whole Twitch thing, letting me now stream on both. I've been enjoying it more, seeing both sides of the YouTube and the Twitch side. I have talked to a few people on the YouTube side, and I always appreciate people on YouTube watching us. Thank you so much. And thank you to those that stay for the YouTube side on my part. I know
Oh,
people, whenever they come to the JAC Show channel, they mostly are used to Hack being here ever since I left the content creation from here, but I'm glad that I am not being seen as some kind of threat to the status quo of comics and anime.
that's because well, you never were a threat, but it's
I
more
know.
like it's shifted because early on, true, I was dominating. We were making jokes that it was pretty much it was just me, but now
Yeah.
it's shifted. Now it's shifted to now it's mostly you now. So
Redemption arc.
Johnny says not a threat, a menace. At least he's not a phantom menace. Ayo.
I know when it came to lives, I really started amping up on lives here. Let me see. The
Yeah,
first live that I started was on what day was this? Let me see. I think it was October, no?
Saren, wait, you threatened the anime? Oh, this changes things. uh,
It was a month ago.
I've been
Yeah.
I've been meaning to want to do more. There is like obviously there is the Saint Seiya project, but that's the only anime thing I got going on. That that's gonna take a lot. That's gonna take a lot of time in the oven to do. And also, I just realized that is gonna be a pain to get past copyright because I think that's done by who who's that? The animation studio that does like majority of shonen. The one with the cat in the cavalier hat.
Oh, dang.
Toei Animation.
Yes, that.
Toei Animation, they are brutal when it comes to copyright. So I don't. So I'm gonna just see how what the heck I'm gonna show even a clip of Saint Seiya without getting the nope, can't put this video on.
I
And
know.
see,
They've been getting very weird with the cop. Not Japanese, but like YouTube in general. They've been getting weird with the copyright strike stuff. I don't know.
we're in a well, we'll see we'll have in store in the new year. But hey, at least with all the things we have a goal to attain. I need to at least make more than one video, and probably just stream. Probably not as often as you, because you're the one who can actually stream better than me. Plus, you got the more professional look, while I'm still stuck here behind the top. So,
Hey. It's simple. It's a simple process to quote unquote be a VTuber. You don't even need to buy or make your own little character. Hell, you can keep this El Santo JPEG you have. I think
oh,
that's
oh that, no, it's not
whatever.
It's not a Santo. That's actually a Photoshop that our good friend Chris did oh, that's right, I forgot a video series that has been dormant for a while. My Black Fridays, where Ghetto and I talk about black comedies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm being insensitive. African American comedies.
Ah, yes. People of
It's
color comedies.
yes, the BIPOC comedy.
but but yeah, the that's so you can just use that little JPEG and then have people real have at least some weird. I don't know why people just like a face with the voice. So
I didn't think of something because this my image here on Discord that's only for Black Friday. So I need something more, I guess, more consistent, like your almost said falafel. I mean lalafel.
my falafels, yes, I love my falafels.
Yeah,
You know,
can't stop
you
talking
can
about his falafel.
you can call it a potato. It doesn't matter. That's why I said I'm called a tuber.
Is he goes up and he says papapui papapui papapui.
But yeah, I mean, just
I I
you can always
I
think
think
about something.
yeah, I'm sure I can always ask you about stuff, but I need to. But that's when if I can get back to the swing of blah, talk hard English. Yes, go. Maybe so. All right, bring it back together. All right, let's go ahead and start ending this because now I'm starting to wear down. I need to oil up. I'm a tin man over here.
Oh,
All right.
let's
Uh,
see.
so actually, before we do like the actual like announcements, I do want to do one last thank you everyone for watching us throughout the entire year. It's kind of think if it's and it's funny to think about that you've been watching us for an entire year, not at least somewhat consistently. You know, almost like a regular like a regular TV show. Yuck, yuck. But not only that, for people who's been here since the beginning and they're still here today, much love and appreciation to all of you fine folks who find enjoyment out of Jackson and I's ramblings. And we also wish success for all of you too in all of your creative and social endeavors. And so we will come back in the new year in the year 2024. But until that time comes, rest, relax, enjoy the people around you, and overall, if you are not working and you have free time, this is the perfect time before the year ends to play that game that you've been holding on for a while, or watch that show, or read that book, or if you're the more productive type, to do that goal you set out to do before, so that you are prepared for the next year. So get on that. Just I say that because I know I need to do that. And so I'm sending that message to all of y'all. This take this short time that we have to do the things that you want to do whether it's to relax, to be productive, or it's simply just for enjoyment, because the future is never certain. And with all that said, go ahead, Jack. Tell us, what do we have in store for the Hack Jack Show in the year 2024?
All right. So, well, first of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, for the 161 current subscribers that we have.
Yes,
We've passed the 160 mark.
yes. Now, unfortunately, we are too late for the 200 subscribers. So, luckily for Ghetto, he will not have to dress up as Wolverine, at least this
Yep.
year. So, woo, bullet dodge, Ghetto, bullet dodge. As if you weren't already gonna do that either way.
But it is nice to see that we've been having a growth throughout this year. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that everyone has been enjoying our content. And we had a few rocky parts where we
Yeah.
didn't know what we're gonna do with content, but we still made it through.
Yes. Well, life finds a way, as they always say. Life always finds a way. But no, go ahead, finish off.
All right, and let me see what else. What other stats do we have real quick before? Oh,
Uh,
I would also like to have an honorable mention to the now deleted bot that was giving us a nice sermon in one of our I think it was one of our live videos. I sent Hack a message about it, which was the bot spewing random things about the
oh,
gospel.
oh, that's right. Now I know what you're talking about.
Oh, it was on one of
It
our Resident
it was
Evil
a
ones.
it was a YouTube comment that had nothing to do with the video in question.
Just an honorable mention to that because it's just funny to me.
Yeah. Oh, and let's see. And well, oh, and also an honorable mention to what was it? And also an honorable mention to the uh oh wait, no, before I say it. No, wait, we did that last year. Never mind. Never mind. I was confusing my timelines for a second. But no, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead. Uh if unless you have any more things to get thanks to or want to highlight, let's go ahead and start closing things down.
All right, let's see. Real quick, I don't know how we're gonna do with the next part, quote unquote season of the Hack Jack Show. We'll figure it out because, and even then, that also involves my own personal streams, which can be seen on twitch.tv/of just Jack VT or on the air now. So yes, you can choose whichever you go to, but sadly, most of the things
Cancel
that most of the features are gonna be on Twitch. So
That
like
is
channel
true.
redeems, channel points, emotes, because it's very hard to get that here on YouTube unless I have 1,000 something subscribers, and then I can get the option for super chats.
So to get the full Jack experience, go to his Twitch channel. You'll have a good time.
Yep, as Johnny says, you can force me to swallow on Twitch.
Follow what?
Pause. Water. Water. A lot of water. But
Of course.
other than that, I again reiterating, I don't know how my stream schedule is gonna be, or the stream schedule for the Hack Jack Show will be, because I have taken 3 classes, and these classes are gonna be in the evening. As much as I want to try to do them in the morning, some of them are just like not available in the morning.
Ooh.
Others, they are available in the morning, but on a Monday, which means I would not be able to sleep because remember, I work nights and I get off Monday morning and I want to sleep. So
Oh,
that that will
well,
be
in,
a predicament.
oh, and well, in that case, Jack and I we will work things behind the scenes. Don't worry. Un- I don't think this is something that we're gonna be like. Well, we gotta stop. Gotta cancel the show. I doubt it comes to that. But coming into the new year, we are gonna go through our first hurdle. God dang it, Jack.
Yep. And that's what happens when I end up putting the worst scheduled classes at the very end because these classes they have no room for scheduling. Hell, one of the classes I want to take, they're asking me to work or not work, but do the class on a Wednesday, Thursday in the middle, and it's gonna be like an hour into my work day. So, uh, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. We'll see.
We'll figure something out. That's not for you guys to worry. That's all on us. And if anything, as they say, I'll step up to the plate. Yeah, in terms of content, make up for the lack of it this past year, if need be, because by God, this is the Hack and Jack show. This is not the Hack show. This is not the Jack show. It's the Hack and Jack show. When one falls, we got to pick up the other.
Exactly. So that's pretty much all I have for this new year that's coming up. Hack, do you have anything?
Well, already I can say for the year 2024, do expect the Saint Seiya video to be released sometime in that year. Definitely in 2024. Uh, Devil May Cry 4 will definitely be played within the new year, and that's the only things I can tell you for certain that is going to happen. I would actually need to sit down, take a deep reflection, and actually see what I can do to not only entertain you guys, but also just fill my creative juices because I put out there 2023. Aside from a few moments in there, absolutely was the horrible year for me. Putting it out, it was a horrible year for me. So it's my plan to make the best out of 2024, and now that things in my life are finally coming to be stabilized and under control, that will allow me to be more creatively focused on this YouTube channel. So that's all I can say. That's all I can really say of any type of realistic news or update. And let's go ahead. We're already doing the exit part too long. Let's go ahead and let exit this thing.
All right. And thank you everyone so much for coming and Happy New Year. This is Hack and Jack signing out.
We're 2024. Let's do it. Peace.